This video will cover the topic, plotting a point in the coordinate plane. This is what we call a coordinate plane. It's composed of two number lines. One number line goes from left to right, called the x-axis. The other number line goes from bottom to top, called the y-axis.
How do I remember which axis is which?
One way is to think of the rhyme, y to the sky. The y-axis is vertical, and the numbers get bigger as they go in the upwards direction. Since the up and down number line is the y-axis, the left and right number line is then the x-axis. Like in a standard number line, the numbers get bigger as they proceed to the right. In a coordinate plane, the two number lines meet in the middle at 0. Since we can think of the two axes as number lines, the numbers to the right of 0 on the x-axis are positive, and the numbers to the left of 0 on the x-axis are negative. Similarly, numbers above 0 on the y-axis are positive, and numbers below 0 on the y-axis are negative. Now that we've seen what a coordinate plane looks like, let's see how we can locate a specific point when given what we call xy coordinates. Standard points are written in the form xy. The first term is called the x-coordinate. The x-coordinate tells us how far left or right from 0 to place our point. Since numbers greater than 0 are to the right of 0 on the x-axis, a positive x-coordinate will tell us to go to the right a certain number of places. Numbers less than 0 are to the left of 0 on the x-axis, so a negative x-coordinate will tell us to go to the left a certain number of places. The second term is called the y-coordinate. The y-coordinate tells us how far above or below 0 to place our point. Since numbers greater than 0 are above 0 on the y-axis, a positive y-coordinate will tell us to go up a certain number of places. Numbers less than 0 are below 0 on the y-axis, so negative y-coordinates will tell us to go down a certain number of places.
How do I remember which coordinate comes first when I'm given a point to plot?
We can think about our points alphabetically. Since x comes before y in the alphabet, we can remember that the x-coordinate comes before the y-coordinate. The first number will always be the x-coordinate, and the second number will always be the y-coordinate. Let's look at a sample problem. Let's say we're given the point 6, 3. The first term tells us that our x-coordinate is 6. Since this number is positive, we first go 6 places to the right from 0. The second term tells us that our y-coordinate is 3. Since this number is positive, we now go 3 places up. We draw a point as a dot, and since we have now accounted for both our x and y coordinates, we can plot our point.
Okay, but neither of those numbers were negative. What does it look like when the coordinates are negative?
You're right. Both the x and y coordinates in the last example were positive, so in that case we went to the right and up from 0. Let's take a look at a different one. In this case, the first term tells us that our x-coordinate is negative 4. Since this number is negative, we first go 4 places to the left from 0. Next, the second term tells us that our y-coordinate is negative 5. Since this number is negative, what do you think we should do?
Since we went up from 0 when the y-coordinate was positive, we would go down 5 places from the 0 this time.
Right, we need to go down 5 places from 0. And now we can plot our point.
Okay, so when we are given a point, the first number is the x-coordinate and tells us to go to the right when it's positive and the left when it's negative. And the second number is the y-coordinate and tells us to go up when it's positive and down when it's negative?
Exactly.